Big talk for someone who's also on a leash.
What did you say? If you ever say that again, I will tear your soul apart and broadcast your screams for every other disrespectful wretch who dares to question me.
I think I've solved one of the biggest mysteries that's presented in episode 5 of Hazbin Hotel. Who owns Alistair's soul? And it's not who you think. It's revealed in episode 5 that Alistair signed a deal with someone unknown, and that certain someone now owns his soul, and therefore him. Now, many of you may claim that the obvious answer to this question is that Lilith owns Alistair's soul. Sure, it would make sense. It would explain the fact that they've both been gone for 7 years prior to the series. It would explain why he remains at the hotel at the service of Charlie, Lilith's daughter, and it would explain his immediate and intense hatred for Lucifer. However, there's one big problem with this theory. Husk is seemingly the only one who knows that Alistair is on a leash. Not only that, but Alistair acts like it's pertinent that he keep that fact under wraps. We see a moment in which Alistair loses his cool and threatens Husk's life to never mention it again. I don't think Alistair would do that if it wasn't important to him to keep this a secret between them. Sure, because of their close relationship to Alistair, Mimsy or Nifty might know, but we never see them mention anything about it, and I'm not even sure if Nifty is capable of forming thoughts that aren't related to sadomasochistic sex or stabbing bugs. But besides that, why would Husk, being the only one who knows, be a problem for the Lilith theory? Well, to our knowledge, Husk hasn't met or ever interacted with Lilith, and it's not like Alistair would go revealing that information willingly. So in my mind, the fact that Husk knows this says that the owner of Alistair cannot be Lilith. Also, that goes against Lilith's whole vibe of free will and rebellion. Hell is no stranger to hypocrites, and showing that Charlie's mom isn't who we thought could be cool, but I don't think the series is going in that direction. I don't think Alistair is owned by Lilith. Think about it. If Husk is the only one who knows that Alistair is owned, and Husk used to be an overlord, what kind of demon would both Alistair and Husk know that would allow Husk to learn that said demon owns Alistair? That's right. I think Alistair is owned by another overlord. Question is, which overlord? Sure, there are some overlords that we haven't met yet, like the Von Eldritches, but for this to be an impactful reveal, I'm betting that it's going to be one of those 30 under 30 overlords in that big meeting hall. So, we got a good sample size. Let's start chopping off heads by process of elimination, shall we? We can cross off the V's because despite the fact that it would be the craziest reveal of all time, he couldn't really act out against them if the V's owned him. So the events of Radio Killed the Video Star rules them out. Carmilla and her daughters were borderline unaware of his absence, so I don't think it would be them either. The weird blue fire antlers guy doesn't even have a fucking established name, so I'm not looking in his direction. I don't think it was Zizi's big ass either, because all she does is sit there and complain once. Some of you may suggest that it's Zestial. I thought of this as well. Problem is, Zestial was also unaware of where Alistair went during that period, and they seem to have a very friendly relationship. So, who does that leave us with? A silent, sharp-toothed smile that's been with us since the days of the pilot. Never speaking a single word, but establishing a presence with her repeated appearance in many crucial situations. I think Alistair is owned by Rosie. Think about it. This is the option that makes the most sense in my mind. She never speaks a word in the meeting, sits right next to Alistair, and simply smiles the whole time. Just like him. Even though they've barely interacted in the series, many fans claim that they have a relationship. Some say a friendship. Rosie's also confirmed to have a song with Alistair later in the series by Faustis, a former illustrator for Hazbin. Interesting side tangent, according to that same illustrator, Rosie is the only overlord that never was human, and she was born in hell. That could make an interesting dichotomy for someone who owns a human soul. Anyways, that's my theory. Alistair is owned by an overlord, and the only overlord that would make sense is Rosie. I got $5 on it. Who wants the other side? I'm gonna cop to it right now. There's a decent chance that I'm wrong. And Mommy Hell really does have a chain around Al's neck. But I think planting a bunch of red herrings in that direction is a typical Vivzy move. I think that the audience is being misdirected to think that it's Lilith in order to have a more impactful reveal. Also, with the information we currently have, if Lilith has Alistair's cock in a cage, either Husk has met Lilith, Al let the info slip somehow, or there's a plot hole. I'm not saying more info couldn't come out to fix it, I'm just saying I have some issues with how that would play out. right now as of episode 6. Anyways, that's my theory. If you like this video, you should like, comment, and subscribe with all notifications enabled, or I'll buy your soul and make you make my Smash or Pass thumbnails. Also, watch for more Has Been content, because apparently I do that now too. Shout out the Inner Circle. Love y'all. Okay, bye.